Okay, today we are going to do our masking tutorial. We are in topic 6, masking. You will note on here that you are on the iPad only responsible for the text mask and the composite mask. The shape mask is for desktop only, and you just don't have the capabilities to do that on the iPad. So we're going to start with the text mask, and to start there, I'm going to go to the next item in the workshop, which is the folder with the images. So we're going to open the text mask folder. There are 9 images to choose from. Any one works. Just click on it to make it nice and big. You can either press and hold on the image to add it to your photos, or if you have a mouse, you can right click to add it to your photos. Once you've done that, come over to Photoshop. We're going to create a new document. Always verify that you're working in inches. Width 7, height 5, and resolution is always 300. We're going to click create. Now the first thing we're going to do is place that image. So I'm going to find the image icon in my toolbox on the left side. Click on photos because that's where I saved it. And then I'm going to open one of my images. Click and drag on the corners to make this nice and big. It's okay if it doesn't fill the whole space, just wants to fill most of it. Click done when you're finished. You'll notice you now have a background layer, your picture layer. The third layer we're going to add is a text box. So I'm going to click and drag an area for text, and I'm going to go ahead and type my name. So Mrs. Homan. And then I'm going to collapse my keyboard and pull my workspace down so I can see it. I'm going to double click to select the text. I really like the Bebus text because it's got a nice thick font face, but you can pick anything. Just avoid things that are really skinny like this Courier New. You want a thicker font face so that the picture actually shows through when we mask it. So once you have that selected, go ahead and make it nice and big so it fills most of the space, and then click done. I'm going to use my move tool to get it nice and centered. And now we're going to do the masking. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to click and drag. Well, actually, before I do that, we're going to make a selection. So I'm going to go to my selection tools, and instead of choosing a tool, I'm going to choose the action select subject. Make sure you're on your text layer before you do this, but when you click select subject, what you will see is the marching ants are going to select around your text. Now, for some reason, this part of my M looks like it didn't get a full selection. So now I'll go to my selection tools and switch to quick selection and just drag my mouse over that part of the M to make sure it is included in the selection. A little more there. Okay. Once you do that, you are going to move your text layer underneath the picture. So you're going to basically click and hold on that text layer until it's selected, and then drag and drop it underneath the image. You're still going to see the selection. Click back on the image layer, and then here on the right side, I want you to find this rectangle with the circle cut out. That is the mask tool. So once you click that, it's going to tell the computer to only show the picture through this selection. Ta-da, magic. All right, now for finishing touches, you're going to start on the background, and you are going to fill the background with a color. So I'm going to find my paint bucket on the left side. When I click on my fill color, I can select any color, or I can use this little eyedropper and actually pick up one of the colors that's in the picture just to have it be more cohesive. And as long as you're on the background layer, you can click to fill. And then the last thing I'm going to do is add a little drop shadow. On the iPad, it's a little different than on the desktop. So what we're going to do is we are going to duplicate this layer. And we're going to do so by clicking on that layer. And when you click on it, you're going to have all these little tasks and options. This little plus sign right here allows you to duplicate the layer. So I'm going to go on the one that's underneath. And all I'm going to do is use my arrow tool to kind of click and move that to offset it. That's going to give me a nice little drop shadow and kind of complete this little text mask. So once you're finished, you're going to go ahead and export it, publish and export, export as a JPEG, maximum quality. I'm going to save that image into my photos, and then I can insert this into my Google Slides slide, that the corresponding one that says text mask, for submission.